Hello, accent students. Welcome back to Accent Academy. As always, I am your host and accent guru, Ria, and today we are going to be talking about the silent T sound. This is a recreation of one of our previous group sessions. So if you're not already enrolled in a group session, then you should definitely join. It's entirely free, and the link is right there at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, so you can come on over and have some fun with some fellow accent students of yours. All right, now let's jump into the video. All right, as I mentioned before, this is the silent T sound. So, what comes to mind when I say the word silent? Silence, exactly. So the silent T sound is one that is entirely quiet. This is a part of a mini series that we're doing about the T sound because the T has so many different pronunciations. And even in the silent T itself, we have two different kinds of silent T, which we'll get into in this video. So if you haven't already seen our TD sound video, you should go ahead and check that out right after. All right, let's jump into this. So as we say at Accent Academy, it's really hard to actually get words and pronunciations into your brain. So we make tiny little rules for you to follow and figure out and easily identify these odd sounds that may be super foreign to you. The silent T sound is actually an American sound, so it is very likely that you don't use this in whichever native language that you speak at home. In that case, here are a list of rules that you can definitely rely on to see and use the silent T. The STL words, words containing STL, words containing STE, and words containing INTER, inter. So as a prefix or in the middle of the word, whatever it is, inter will always have that silent T sound. Inter is one of the most popular usages of the silent T. So make sure that you've got that in your brain. Then we also have many long words with the T at the end, which creates a different kind of silent T sound, which we'll talk about in this video as well. So stick around for that sound. So we're going to jump into looking at the words directly. I know this is kind of odd because we don't usually do this, but the silent T is exactly what you think it is. You're just gonna ignore the T. Just see the T, acknowledge it's there, and then forget about it. Make sure you're pronouncing the rest of the sounds of the word correctly though, because silent T words are often a little bit odd and a lot softer than we're used to. Let's start off with Christmas. So right now it's December, which means Christmas has just passed, and I heard so many of my family members pronouncing this word with a prevalent or loud pronounced T. And I was like, oh, wow, that's a perfect thing to write a video about. So Christmas. It's like a rhyme. It mirrors itself completely. Don't put in the T, otherwise it messes up the rhyme. So if that'll help you remember it, that is a perfect way. Christmas has an I that is an I sound, and then an A which turns into an I sound, which is really, really interesting. Christmas has a very soft I sound for the I and a very soft I sound again for that A, which means all in all, this word considered as one big word is very soft and gentle, and it's a hallmark of the American accent. So if you're not familiar with pronouncing that soft I or that A as a soft I, then I would recommend checking out one of our older videos about the basic sounds of the vowels. This next word is bustle. So if you've ever heard of New York City and you've heard about those busy businessmen just running around on their phones, carrying a coffee, that's exactly what this word represents, right? Bustle. I want you to really emphasize that B, but I want you to do so in a manner that's very gentle on your lips, right? Bustle, bustle, bustle. Don't pull your lips too far in, bustle. Otherwise, you're going to get a different sound altogether, right? Make sure that U is soft again. Make sure that T is out of there. We don't want the T. Nuh-uh, this is the silent T. And then make sure that the rest of the sound is very gentle. Listen to me. There's no T. There's no T in the word listen, right? Again, that I is a very soft IH sound. Eh. That E is a very soft IH sound again, just like Christmas. Eh. So I want you to mirror that word again. Christmas, listen. See how that kind of corresponds with one another? They both flip that ending letter into an I sound. So just remember that if you see something like that going on, it's a very gentle sound. Make sure it's gentle. It's not listen. All right, this one is fasten. Fasten your seatbelts, you guys. So this one is the most mispronounced word. I remember I was going to India one time and they said fasten your seatbelts. And I was like, oh man, you pronounced the T wrong and the E wrong. It's not fasten, it's fasten. Fasten, not N. So make sure that you're keeping track of the way that you're pronouncing these letters, because it's really hard to do it at home, but if you are paying attention, you truly can get a perfect American accent with these YouTube videos if you're following along. So make sure it's fasten, not fasten, okay? And again, make sure that A is a long ah sound, not fa. Ah, fasten, not fasten, okay? This next one is mortgage. Mortgage. Mortgage is a payment that you make on your home. So you've probably used this word in your adult life at some point in time, right? Mortgage. That T, completely silent, not even considered in the word, right? That A makes an I sound. Again, just like we saw in Christmas. I, mortgage, right? Very gentle, very soft. Make sure that you're keeping those G's soft as well. And maybe we'll make an episode for that, but I would keep your eyes out. Often. Again, that E turns into an I sound. E turns into an I sound. So it's not often, often. Interview, right? This is the INTER that we were talking about earlier. Interview. Just pronounce it like the word inner, right? Like inner eye, inner corner, things like that. That will really help you out with this word. Now we're going to talk about the adjusted silent T sound. Now the silent T sound, all in all, just eliminates the T sound. We're not even considering it as a part of the word when we're pronouncing it, right? But the adjusted silent T sound has a little bit of the formation of a T in your mouth so that it doesn't sound odd. And we use the adjusted silent T sound when a T is at the end of the word and it's just too long to pronounce it. So we're not really going to be pronouncing it. We're just going to be moving our tongue and our mouth to actually sort of make the T sound without vocalizing it from our throat. So I want you guys to pretend like you're saying T, T, T. Now, don't say it with your vocal cords, just with your mouth. You see how your tongue goes up? That's exactly what we're going to look for in the adjusted silent T sound. All right, now it's time to practice. Internet, internet. That parentheses is the adjusted silent T sound. And before that, when you have INTER, that's the regular silent T sound. You don't really need to keep track of these names and terms, but as long as you understand that an adjusted silent T means that you are putting your tongue at the top of your mouth like you would make a T sound, but you're not really doing that, then you are on the fast track to actually understanding the American accent. Internet, internet, internet. My tongue just stays up there in order to complete the word. Otherwise, it feels a little bit unfinished. Intermediate, intermediate, intermediate. Again, intermediate, intermediate. I-N-T-E-R, that is a completely silent T sound. And at the end of the word, we have the adjusted silent T. Intermediate. Just stopping my breath there. Accomplishment. Accomplishment. Right? You see how my tongue just stays up there in order to finish the word. That's exactly what you're looking for. Accept. All right, this one's all you. Are you ready? Convert. Convert. If you didn't get that O sound, no problem. Just go and head on over to our Sounds of O video. It should completely clear that up. So, what did we learn? We learned that there are two different kinds of silent T. One completely silent T, which we can use with words containing STL, STE, and INTER. Then there's a second type, the adjusted silent T, which almost mimics making a T sound with your tongue, but doesn't actually make any sound. And that is with long words with a T at the very end. That is simply just a matter of understanding the words and being familiar and knowing that that is a adjusted silent T sound. So thank you so much for coming to Accent Academy. I really appreciate it. If you could go on over and check out that group session, it would really support me and my business. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'm your accent guru, Ria, signing off. I'll see you later.